Here is a quick video on how to do some shiny window glass. So right now I've already done the top half of the windows here, and I'm going to do just the next row so you can see the process. The only thing I'm using is one marker. This happens to be my lightest blue, which is sapphire blue. I didn't like the blue that came with the Copic markers, so I switched back over to using my chart packs. So the biggest thing you do is leave white stripes. So I outlined where I want my stripe to be. Usually I don't connect them across, multiple panes of glass. So you'll see that wherever the white lines are, that they don't, line up. So normally I will have one wide white stripe, maybe a medium one, maybe a small one. Usually I'll go in threes. And sometimes I'll put the medium and the small side by side. And then I just color in everything else around them. So like right here, I would not connect. So I'm going to put solid blue right there. That's to make it really, really obvious that these are separate panes of glass, not one big long continuous one. So I try to make them all on the same angle, all these white stripes that I'm leaving. And I usually put them across the middle, but I try to be as random as possible with their placement. Okay, so that's basically it right there. Now, once I've got my first coat of this light blue on there, and it's all good and dry, I'll go back over and put maybe a slightly darker stripe in that blue. And you have to wait for the first coat to get really good and dry before that second coat shows up. Otherwise it just comes in really soft. So let's do one down here, and then I'll show you how to put some bushes so you can see a little bit of greenery out the window. I'll just skip that row for now. So real quick, down here I am using a little bit wider stripes of blue because I know that that's the only place I'm going to be able to see the bushes is in the blue part, because the white represents glare, and glare obscures whatever's on the other side of the glass. Okay, so there's the first coat. Now, I want the bushes to be soft, so I'm going to put a little bit more blue on there. While it's still wet, I'm going to come in with my green, and I'm going to do a bunch of dots. And since there's enough of the solvent on there, what I get is kind of blurry dots that blend into each other, which kind of looks like bushes. I'm trying to go fast before the pigment, or before the solvent dries. And I'm only putting this in the blue part. I'm not using a blender because I don't really have to. I can use the blue. The blue's so light it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to know if I put a second coat on there. When you're doing the bushes, make it so that they kind of fade off. So they get further apart, like little branches. You can come back and put a second coat of the green in spots just to make it look like there's some shadowing under some of the leaves. I should probably wait a little bit longer because this is still kind of wet. I'm not getting much contrast here between the light green and the dark green. But anyway, there you have glass with some bushes outside the window.